It's a sight to behold. With over 9 acres of decorative arts, our capital achieved National Historic Landmark status upon completion of a massive restoration in 1992. Yet time and environmental factors have taken their toll. Today, as we reach for the stars, it's our responsibility, our duty to care for this national treasure, to inspire the future while preserving its legacy.
I can go back to when this building was built. Started in 1872, ended in 1879. The design was to dedicate this to the Michigan Civil War veterans. They want it to be really grandiose for all the sacrifices that these Civil War veterans have made.
The state capitol here in Michigan is like many state capitals throughout the United States of America. It was built in the 19th century, and there was this movement to create buildings to sort of rival European buildings, where we all came from in terms of the early immigration to America.
This is one of the top buildings in the United States. This is a world-class building. This building can be in Madrid, no doubt. It can be in Paris, no doubt.
The art in the Michigan State Capitol is everywhere. Outside, inside, every level. Obviously, it's easy to talk about the paintings inside, the allegorical murals, finishes. Those are all clearly works of art, but the building itself, the structure, the dome, everything is truly, truly a work of art.
When I look around the Rotunda, I see a tour de force of decoration and craftsmanship. It's monumental, and it's worthy of the people of Michigan.
This restoration is making history of how to treat this building.
When the public is on the first floor and looking up into the beautiful rotunda, they're not seeing the issues that I see when I do the same thing. At some point, they will. So taking care of it now is timely and important.
When you get up to the 5th, 6th, and 7th levels, you start seeing the damage that the environment, the dust, the lighting has all done to it over the years. But when you're up again, 100 feet off the surface with no way to get to it except every 30 years with a scaffold, you need to really think about this intently and how are you going to solve this problem? I'll try to break it down as easy as I can, but I'm surrounded by the best of the best as far as people who work in their discipline.
I work with clients all over the country. I work with agencies, government, state, federal, local, so forth, private clients. They all have different ideas about how to approach their work. We have clients like here at the Michigan State Capitol where they want the craftsmanship input. They want the professional designer's input, the preservationist input.
It feels like one team rather than multiple entities that are, each going about their own task. But this one is so collaborative in terms of what needs to be done and how it needs to be done.
I've worked in really impressive buildings, and we do not always get that kind of collaborative spirit.
The stewardship of this historic resource is some of the best that I've encountered.
We have a mantra we use on our staff. It's called, we don't settle for good enough. We want to go from good to great. So that great bar is where our standard is. So now it's our goal as stewards to make sure that we work and clean and maintain this building to that level.
And that is what's really interesting about them, that they respect the lowly craftsman all the way up to the PhD architect.
It's about making sure you get the right people for the job, for the specific areas of expertise. And if all goes well and we do our job well, it looks like it was done by one hand.
And the fact that they could put us all in the room at the same table and put us on the same level is really unique. I believe that's going to make this project successful, that kind of leadership.
This restoration is for the people of Michigan.